If you want to build some serious muscle size and strength in your upper body and get really flexible in your lower body, then this is for you. This is a follow-along routine from our UMS where we're doing supersets on the shoulders for a vertical push and a vertical pull pattern, but we're also doing lower body flexibility. Check it out.
We are the gym that teaches people how to move instead of just exercise, because we believe that health is about performance, not just body image.
Okay, here we go for pull-ups. Now, of course, if you can't do wide grip pull-ups, you're doing eccentric wide grip pull-ups, okay? So Richard's getting his pull-ups done. So there we go, Richard got his 6 reps done of wide grip pronated pull-ups, and now we're walking straight over. We do not want any more than 10 seconds break between the A1 and A2, so the pull-up and the lat pullover. So we're sitting down on the bench now, getting that weight up for the lat pullover and straight into it. We've only had that 10 seconds break, and we're doing the 10 to 12 reps here to really get as much volume into those lats as what's possible. We've already fatigued our upper body on the pull-up. We couldn't do any more reps, and now we're maximizing the volume in the lats to get some serious muscle growth. It's very important to understand that the purpose of this phase, of these accumulation phases, why it's called accumulation is that you accumulate fatigue with the goal of growing muscle. Now, it almost makes my my heart cry that I have to say this, but okay, so we're into this loaded hamstring stretch now, so we're just going down and holding it for 30 seconds or so. But I do have to justify this to women all the time. A lot of the time, you know, something that we hear from our female members is that they're not interested in building muscle. They don't want to bulk up. And I totally understand that. There's a big difference between bulking up and building muscle. And if you want to bulk up, if you wanted to build, like, you know, some serious amounts of muscle, God, there's a lot of work that's required to do that. And it really is, it should be a goal of everybody that when you do the UMS, that you should want to build a small amount of lean muscle. The more muscle you have, the better you are at burning fat, the more efficient you are. You can shift fat off your body easier, and you'll develop a more lean and athletic physique. Here we go for the shoulder press. Let's go. So we're getting our 6 to 8 reps done of the seated shoulder press, keeping those shoulders back and down, elbows under the wrists, pushing straight up, being very intentional with those end ranges. So getting those dumbbells down to touch the shoulders at the bottom, pushing all the way up above our head, getting 6 to 8 reps done. Let's get it done, tribe. Come on, let's make it happen. Great work. Now we're getting straight over into the dumbbell lateral raise. So grab those weights, sit down, get started straight into it. Keep the elbows completely straight, always pushing the hands away from you. It's like you're trying to make your arms longer than they are. And when you go down, you stop a little bit short of the relaxed position. And what that does is that keeps tension in the shoulders. These are absolute murder. If you do this the right way, like Richard is a very strong dude, and he's only got 7.5 kilo weights in his hands there. I think that's about 17 or 18 pounds in each hand. That's not a lot for somebody his strength. And he even drops down to a lighter weight later on in the workout. Well done. So those are the strength movements for round 1 done. So Richard's just going to jump down into the Minotaur stretch here. And this one is just a really deep split squat. So we're basically trying to get that front leg. We want the hamstring resting on the calf. We want the back knee off the ground. Great work, tribe. So yeah, it's very, very important to understand. And if any of our tribe members are joining in on this workout and thinking to yourself, but I don't want to build muscle, I didn't come here to build muscle. Make no mistake, this is not a bodybuilding program. We're not bodybuilders here. We're teaching you to be strong, flexible, and fit. But a part of being strong is building lean muscle. It is very, very important to understand that. That is a dogma that I really struggled with. I have a martial arts background, and I didn't care about building muscle for a decade. In fact, I rejected the notion of it. because I just thought that building muscle was for meatheads, and it wasn't something that I wanted to associate myself with. And it was a really hard lesson for me to understand that when I started learning calisthenics, that muscle is an essential part of movement. And as we age, we lose muscle if we're not working to build it or to maintain it. And that's what causes people to not be able to move well and be frail in their older age, is that we lose muscle. So it's very, very beneficial to try to build muscle when we're, in our younger age. All right. So we still have a minute left in our warm-up round. Here we go, tribe. We're into round 2. Let's get it going. Getting these pull-ups done. We're only doing 4 rounds of the supersets, so you really want to work hard for each round. Let's get it on, tribe. Okay, we're going straight from those pull-ups into the lat pullovers. Only 10-second rest, guys. Only 10-second rest. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so we're getting the 10 to 12 reps here. Let's get it done, guys. Come on. I know this is hard. It's very challenging. This is where you really have to dig deep and push yourself for these supersets. The second exercise is really challenging. You just want to stop, but you have to go for it. Let's get it going. Come on. Great work, tribe. Let's get over for this loaded hamstring stretch. Just holding the weights, getting into that dorsiflex position. You can see Richard is using a yoga block to achieve the dorsiflex position. There's many different ways that you could do it. But, now that we're in phase 5 and we've been doing 4 phases before of different types of loaded flexibility, this is a great stretch to be going into. Now, of course, as I say with all of the flexibility training, you may not be ready for this movement. If you still feel that you need more work on the previous exercises, that is totally fine. And what you'll find very soon is that with each new phase, we don't actually introduce a new flexibility movement. We just do one of the ones from the previous phase in the follow-along routines, because there's only so many different flexibility movements that we want to introduce to people. Here we go for the shoulder press, everybody. Let's get our 6 to 8 reps done. Controlled tempo, shoulders back and down, being intentional with those end ranges. Letting the upper arm press through the scapular plane is what you can see Richard doing here. Okay, there's our 6 to 8 reps done. We're going to put down the dumbbells for our shoulder press, and we're going to grab the dumbbells for the lateral raise. Okay, we're halfway through this set, everybody. Come on, let's get it going. You really got to get those 10 to 12 reps. If you cannot get 10 reps with this exercise, it means that the weight was too much and you need to drop the weight for the next set. And that means that even if you barely got 10, if you barely got 10 reps, or if you barely got 6 reps for either the shoulder press or the lateral raise, then you absolutely need to drop the weight because you will not be able to lift as much in the next set. When you're doing proper accumulation training like this, doing overload techniques, you have to be prepared that the weight that you're lifting is going to drop from set to set. Just holding this Minotaur stretch, nice deep lunge, keeping that back knee off the ground, driving the front knee forward so that the hamstring is resting on the calf. Looking good, tribe. All right, we've got 1:15 left before we start the third round. Well done. You're halfway through the primary workout now. That is a great effort. This is where it starts getting challenging with accumulation training. Knowing like the fatigue that you're already feeling, we've got 1 minute left in this second round. Knowing, you know, feeling the fatigue, feeling how challenging it is. You can see Richard's grabbing different weights here now. He's preparing himself for the next set. He knows that he's not going to be able to do the same amount of weight and achieve that 6 to 8 reps for the shoulder press and the 10 to 12 reps for the lateral raise. So he's grabbing some lower weight. If you do these workouts optimally, then you will go through a lot of different dumbbells within the same workout. That is absolutely something that is going to happen. It's something you've got to prepare for, either with your own home gym or wherever you train at. Unfortunately, there's no way around that. To train optimally, to really maximize the volume that we're going for in these accumulation phases, we have to get creative with the way that we're hitting these muscles. All right, let's get ready for round 3. This is the second last round. Let's make it happen. Here we go, tribe. Get those pull-ups done, wide grip pull-ups. You're either doing eccentrics if you can't do the full wide grip pull-up, or you're doing feet assisted with your feet on the ground, just like when we did the feet assisted pull-ups in the phase 1 or 2. Nice work, pull-ups done. Let's go over and grab this dumbbell for the lat pullover. Here we go, tribe. Getting down in position. Grab your weight. And off we go. 10 to 12 reps. Focusing on the lats. Try to think about not changing the angle in the elbows as much as you can. Go back as far as you can so you really feel those lats, the arms coming to their end range of motion, so you get full range of motion in those lats. Well done, tribe. Getting into the loaded hamstring stretch, just holding for 30 seconds. Keep those knees straight. Lean forward. You really feel this one in the calves and behind the knees. You also feel it in the hamstrings, of course. But the introduction of the deficit of raising the toes up, it really brings a new element into the calves. Great work. Okay, getting ready for the shoulder press. Make sure you're choosing the right weight so that you can still get your 6 to 8 reps. Be honest with yourself. If you're lifting enough weight, it is very much anticipated that you will be dropping the weight with each set here. Okay, here we go. 6 to 8 reps, everybody. Shoulders back and down, elbows under the wrists. You can see Richard's working for it here. He's starting to sweat. He's feeling it. Make sure you control your breathing. You want to think of all the lessons that we've learned in the previous phases when doing these higher phases from phase 5 onward, doing these overload techniques. It is very important that you don't throw out the window all of the good stuff that you learned in the last phases about body positioning, bracing the body, the way that you breathe. Here we go for the lateral raise. 10 to 12 reps, common tribe. Pushing the hands away from you. Being intentional with those end ranges, keeping that tension in the shoulders at all times. 10 to 12 repetitions. Okay, here we go for the Minotaur stretch. Driving that knee forward in the front leg, keeping the back knee off the ground. Great work, okay, change legs. This is such a good stretch for the front splits. Really effective because you're developing end range strength in the glutes and the hip extensors, and you're developing flexibility through the hip flexors in the back leg, also through the hamstrings and glutes in the front leg. Really effective for developing front split flexibility. Okay, so we've got just under a minute left, and then we're on to our final round. This is where the rubber meets the road, everybody. The final round of an accumulation workout is by far one of the hardest rounds you'll ever do in exercise. This is where you really need to dig deep. Right now, you should be mentally preparing yourself for what's ahead. Keep your mind clear. If your mind is wandering right now, re-engage yourself. Get focused on the workout. You're about to start your final round of your Monday workout. This is setting the tone for the whole week of training. Regardless of if you're doing 2 workouts this week or 6, make this round count. Whatever you're doing, do it with the intention to be the best you can be. So let's make it happen. Here we go for pull-ups. Come on, everybody.
This is a workout that we do in our UMS for muscle hypertrophy. This is designed to build some serious muscle size in the upper body. That's why we're using supersets as an overload technique. But as always in our UMS training, we do strength and flexibility in the same workout. So we're also going to be doing lower body flexibility for the front splits. So join in with us in real time and get this done. Just check out the equipment that you need. Have a little look in the list here. We're going to be doing a shoulder press, a fly, a pull-up, and a lat pullover as well. But we're going to be using minimal equipment. We're using all free weights, and then we're also going to be doing some front splits work. So the way that you do this, you're going to be doing 8 reps of the first exercise. So the A1 exercise is 8 reps, and then we're going to superset less than 10 seconds rest, and you'll do 10 to 12 reps. And then we're going to do the flexibility exercise, and then you'll do the opposing movement. So we're going to be doing a vertical push movement first, so for the shoulders. Then we're going to be doing, for the lats, we're going to be doing a pull-up where we'll be doing 8 reps, and then we're going to be supersetting that with a lat pullover, a supine lat pullover, and we're going to be doing 10 to 12 reps of that. This is, if you do this properly, and all you need to do is watch this video and join in real time. And if you keep up with us, you're going to get some serious fatigue in those muscles, as long as you're eating enough protein, getting your recovery right, then you're gonna get some serious growth over a 4-week mesocycle. So we do this once a week in our UMS, but that's also because we do a horizontal push and pull workout as well. If this is all you're doing for your upper body, you could do this twice a week if you wanted to. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If we haven't met, my name is Rad Burmeister. I'm one of the co-founders of Unity Gym and the Unified Movement System, or UMS. Right now, you're here watching our free content on YouTube. And since you've already come this far, I can tell you're serious about getting strong, flexible, and fit. But if you're ready to level up, our free Facebook coaching group is exactly what's going to help you do just that. Not only can you ask questions and post videos for feedback from us, I'll also give you one of my most popular and effective programs, the 20-minute flexibility routine, as a gift for joining our tribe. See, despite our combined 50 years of training at an elite level, despite how much quality content we give away on YouTube, at some point, your progression will come to a grinding halt due to limiting factors that are unique to you alone. Honestly, it's not your fault. You haven't done anything wrong. But our tribe is a testament that having an expert look at what you're doing and help you to break through plateaus is simply game-changing. So whether you want to get more flexible, stronger, fitter, or learn some awesome calisthenics moves, or even just perfect your squat technique, we can help you get there faster and safer. Oh, and before you go, if you haven't already, smash those like buttons and subscribe buttons. It goes a really long way to supporting our channel and helps us keep putting out the content we do. And if you prefer to listen, search any podcast platform for Sound of Movement to listen to our amazing interviews with coaches and experts in their field. Well, that's it. I'm looking forward to meeting you in the UMS Movement Mastermind Facebook group. See you soon.